Hello everyone, we are live. I am Violet Hyena. You are here with Perfect Timing. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. And I am here to do tarot card readings for everyone here with Perfect Timing, which is everyone who's here. You obviously have perfect timing, otherwise you would not have found the stream. So here we are. And I am going to do my little dance on the catwalk. Okay, so I got a new deck. I'm gonna use it. Come here, baby. There we go. Do 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 do. Actually, that was more solid before. Let me, since I didn't change that. Hold on. I'm rearranging my box. I'm rearranging my box. Don't look. I'm rearranging my box. Don't look. It's not pretty yet. Stop. Don't look. I'm rearranging my box. You don't gotta look. Don't look. Don't look. I'm rearranging my box. Don't do it. Don't look. I'm rearranging my box. No, don't look. Alright, and we have people. Alright, we have John and we have Margaret. Hello, Margaret, and hello, John. And John asks, why isn't Lisa responding? I'm gonna ask the cards, why isn't Lisa responding? Alright, I'm gonna put John and Margaret on the list. John and Margaret. There we go. Okay, which deck would like to answer John? Which deck would like to answer John? Which deck? Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 'Tis the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic deck. John would like to know, why isn't Lisa responding? Why isn't Lisa responding? Why isn't Lisa responding? Why isn't Lisa responding? Oh, why? Please tell us why. Why isn't Lisa responding? Let's see. Lisa isn't responding. Elder of Wands. Let's find out. An Elder of Wands would be super busy. 100% very busy with all the actions they're taking and just doing so much. So the answer is that Lisa is busy. I hope that helps you out, John. Okay, put this back and then we're gonna do Margaret questions. There we go. Boop. Tweety chums. We got, let's see. Okay, Will Margaret's new husband... I just had a thing move in my room. It's okay, because I touched it today. It's fine. Will my new husband that I marry have kids already? Will the new husband have children? Is TJ going to use authority to talk to me after the Zoom? TJ, authority after Zoom. Will the authority come to my house because of TJ calling them? Will the authority come to Margaret's house because TJ calling them? Alright, let's find out which deck would like to answer Margaret's questions. Margaret's lovely questions. Margaret, sounds like a very stressful situation right now. Not gonna lie. Oh. To get a deck. Sorry, Margaret. Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it is a supernatural deck. Okay, so will the new husband that Margaret marries have kids already? Is TJ going to use the authority to talk to Margaret after the Zoom? Will the authority come to Margaret's house because of TJ calling them? Oh my. Sounds so stressful. Okay, let's find out. Queen of Empress, which is yes. Will the authority be called after this? Is TJ going to use authority to talk to me after the Zoom? And the answer is no. And will the authority come to Margaret's house because of TJ calling them? I believe this is also no. Let me check because this is not a very clear picture. Okay, correct. This is also no. So will your new husband that you marry have kids already? I'm gonna look into the further details of the cards. The answer is yes. With a big yes, because it is a major arcana, and it is the Empress. And I find this hilarious because the Empress is usually known for abundance and being pregnant and the mother figure. So this is going to make a really, like it does. It sounds like it's going to be a very big family if you marry this new husband with more kids. So lots of family, lots of abundance, and good things like that. And then TJ. Is TJ going to use authority to talk to me after the Zoom? No. And the detail of this card is that it's the Lovers. And so because of your previous relationship, he's not going to call the authority after the Zoom. And will the authority come to Margaret's house because of TJ calling them? And this was a no. This is the Three of Pentacles, which is usually relating to jobs and working together, which makes me think of the police force. And I do not believe they would have the manpower to really bother with this. So no, they're not going to come to your house because TJ calling them. It's unneeded manpower for the police. Okay, gonna put this deck away. And then I'm gonna check chat again. Boop. And we're gonna have water. Glorious ice water. Ah, the glorious thing, ice water. I love it. Okay, stay. It's a big bottle. It's like 64 ounces of ice water. Okay, so, and the next, John, we have a question, which is, John is on the list. John is on the list. And he says, does she still want to help me? You're on the list. I'll get back to you after I catch up on chat. Margaret says, yes, it is. And that was probably for me referring to it being very stressful. But I hope those answers helped you out. And Margaret asked, will TJ use my brother-in-law to talk to me after the Zoom? Okay, Margaret is on the list. I will get back to you once I catch up on chat. Debbie says, hello, beautiful Rose. Hello, Debbie. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Can you pull a card for me and tell me what the universe has to say? Thank you, hands. Yes, I will. So Debbie is on the list too. Alright, I've now caught up in chat and I will answer your questions and then I'll get back to chat. So, John. Who wants to answer John's question of does, I guess it's the previous woman, let me find her name again. Lisa. Does Lisa still want to help John? Which deck would like to answer this question? Okay, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Octopus Terrors. Octopus Terrors. Octopus terrorists. Octopus terrorists. Octopus terrorists. Does Lisa still want to help John? So this card says no. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is stability of action. So it is stability of wands, so stability of action and magic and fire. So this would be a gathering of action. This would be like taking aim before firing. Okay, so alright, so in context with your question, does she still want to help me? No. But the issue is that she is reserving her action and taking aim because she has limited actions right now, limited energy to spend, so she's unable to add you to her large workload. And that is what the cards are telling me. Hope that helps you out, John. Okay. Got John. And then we got Margaret. And Margaret says, will TJ use my brother-in-law to talk to me after the Zoom? Oh, excuse me. Will we need a deck for Margaret, please? Which deck would like to answer for Margaret? Which deck would like to answer for Margaret? Jack. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The octopus tarot comes out again. All right. So Marcus' question was, will TJ use Margaret's brother-in-law to talk to Margaret after the Zoom? Will Margaret's brother-in-law will TJ use Margaret's brother-in-law to talk to Margaret after the Zoom? Okay, and the answer is yes. The Four of Cups. Cups are usually emotion and relationships, and 4 is stability. So, looking at the cups, finding one cup behind being active. Let's see here. Because your brother-in-law has the emotional connection to you, it would make sense that TJ would use him to contact you in a way to get around all the stress that's happening. So yeah, he's gonna do that. Hope that helps you out, Margaret. Octopus deck goes back in the box. Okay. Margaret's and then Debbie. I get to pull a card for Debbie. Okay, which deck would like to be? Which deck has a card for Debbie? Which deck has a card for Debbie? Specifically for Debbie? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes, Debbie. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes. Debbie, trust your vibes. Okay. Which card is from the universe today? Get grounded. Get grounded. Let's see. It's number 2. Alright, so Debbie. Because our bodies follow the natural spiritual law, we require a solid connection with Mother Earth to function at our highest intuitive potential. This connection is called being grounded. It is accomplished by simply being aware of your body, of the present moment, of your breath, and of being connected to the earth. Being grounded is basic 6 sensory living and tuning into higher vibrations. If you draw this card, you're not fully grounded at this time and your psychic awareness system isn't working properly. Stop whatever you're doing and do something physical, such as taking a few stretches and bends. Better yet, take it a step further and go outside for a few minutes. Feel the earth bend under your feet, and remember that as long as you are alive, you are supported by Divine Mother Earth at all times. Take a walk. Breathe in the air. It will ground you, calm you, heal you, empower you, and reconnect you to your higher awareness. Your vibes. Your vibes. Alright, so get grounded, Debbie. That is what the universe suggests. Hope that helps you out. Boop, boop, boop. Go in, please. Get in the box. Get in the box. Get in the box. I implore you, get in the box. I know you don't really want to go, but I ask politely, please, get in the box. Get in the box. There we go. There we go. It's in the box. Alright, so I have done all of them, which means I get a water break, and then I get to catch up on chat. Ah, ice ASMR. Icy goodness. Okay. So we have Debbie says, really just living my best life. You go, Debbie. Go live your best life. And John says, oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, John. And Margaret says, thanks, and you are very welcome. Did Paul sleep with Brittany? Ooh, the spiciest questions. Margaret asked the spiciest questions. Did Paul sleep with Brittany? Did Paul sleep with Brittany? Which deck would like to answer that question? Which deck would like to answer that question? Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cat turrets. I will pet the cat deck first. It likes it. Okay. So, did Paul sleep with Brittany? Did Paul sleep with Brittany? Did Paul sleep with Brittany? The answer is no. The answer is no. Paul did not sleep with Brittany. Let's see, Queen of Wands. So Brittany must be a lady of action, but not that kind of action. So that didn't happen. She is more powerful and more in her power. So she didn't need to sleep with John. Alright, I hope that it helped you out, Margaret. I'm sorry there's no spicy drama. Not from them. Okay, and I caught up. So that means icy water break. Ah. You did. Margaret, you did post a question. It was the Paul and Paul and Brittany question. And I answered no, it was the Queen of Wands. If you asked another question, post it again because it didn't come up. I'm waiting for Margaret's other question. You gotta repost it because I don't see it posted here. The only question I did was the previous. You have to repost it, my dear. I do not see it. Is she trying to sleep with Travis? I did not see that question, so I will do that one now. So, which deck would like to answer this new Margaret question? Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The octopus chart. Is she? I'm guessing you mean Brittany. Is Brittany trying to sleep with Travis? 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 Ooh, not that one. Is Brittany trying to sleep with Travis? The answer is no. Brittany is not trying to sleep with Travis. The 7 of Pentacles. Reflection, no inquiry, nostalgia. No, they're busy with nostalgic things. They are not sleeping together. So they're busy with resources rather than making drama. All right, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. Okay, so I see. All right, John. All right, so things are building up. I'm going to put this deck away and make a list, and then we'll organize. Awesome. All right, so yes, and then John. I see you, John. Putting you on the list. Because John asks, how long will I stay on probation? It's my first offense. We'll probably use the Cosmic Timing deck for that one. Is she trying to keep coming to Nasha house to steal it and start trouble? Margaret is on the board. Okay, and then so, John, you answered your own question. How long will I stay on probation as my first offense is 1 year. So I guess I won't be using this deck. And then Margaret says, okay, thanks. And Then John says, state of education. No, there's more. Okay, go on. I have to complete a class. Okay. And if I do that, Parlisach says, lit some white sage incense stick. White sage is really good for purifying an area. But watch out, it stirs up some stuff. And Parlisach says it felt like it was needed. Good to do that. And John says, I'll get discharged. Okay. Well, John, while you're explaining, I'm going to get to Margaret's question, but you keep continuing until you get to your explanation out, and then we'll do the actual question. So is Brittany trying to keep coming to Nasha House to steal and start trouble? I'm gonna find a deck for Margaret. Ooh. Got it. A deck for Margaret. Okay, number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Woo! Gotcha. Is Brittany trying to keep coming to Nasha House to steal and start trouble? Is she trying to keep coming to Nasha House to steal and start trouble? Alright, that's actually like a 2-for card, because stealing and starting trouble are 2 different things. So I'll give you a 2-carder for this question. Is she trying to keep coming? So it's going to be for stealing and starting trouble. There we go. So for stealing, no. For starting trouble, again, no. Okay, so no, she's not trying to come around and steal and start trouble. She is, has the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. She is not trying to steal, and she's not trying to start trouble. So she's the King of Pentacles, which means she has good resources, and she knows how to use them, so she doesn't need to steal. And then 8 of Pentacles is achievement, mastery of Pentacles, which means she knows how to make money, and she does not need to start making trouble. She has resources and just doesn't need to. Sorry, Margaret. No drama from Brittany. Okay. So, now that we've done Margaret's question, we're going to find out John's situation and then probably do a reading for him. So, alright, let's Read from here. How long will I stay on probation? It's my first offense. It's 1 year. Stay of education. No, there's more. I have to complete a class. And if I do that, I'll get discharged. Off probation, I mean. There we go. How long will I stay on probation? I'm still gonna use the Cosmic Timing Oracle deck. Okay, so for John, how long will he be on probation? How long will John be on probation? How long? How long? Because he did a bad thing and got caught. How long will John be on probation? Alright. So, the card says in July. So, by this, I'm going to take it as until July, which is next month. So, if you do your class, then you shouldn't be on probation for very long. So, there you go. Not long, John. Good for you. Okay, so professional would know. Loss prevention? Margaret says okay. And Parlaslouch says red truck, is it vehicle related? And Parlaslouch says employment with a rented vehicle. And John says, I don't think July is accurate. Maybe 2027? And John says, no. Well, it didn't give me a year. It just said in July. So it could be this upcoming July. But if that doesn't work out, then it will be your probation. And then, yes, it will still be July. So I think the cards, like, told you the answer in a very clever way. July is coming up, says Parlaslouch. And John says, kinda makes me uncomfortable. It's not too bad. Someone has to get in contact at that point. John says, I got a pretty damn good deal. And John says, very happy about it. So, John, why are you on probation? What did you do? Or rather, what did you get caught doing? Okay. John says, my dad, we had a fight. And Parlaslouch says, Tractor, that is the 10,000 question. Okay. So you had a fight. Did you win? And John says, I got a good outcome. That's good. At least you got a good outcome. And Parla Slouch says, car, usually the parent has the insurance. And John says, I'm not even getting drug tested. Cool. And Parla Slouch says, racing car, what did the parent do? Well, I would have to say the parent called the police. Just saying. Stay out of adjudication, so they'll likely drop the charges. I don't know. Is that a question for the cards? Let's ask the cards. Because this is a lot of details I don't know about, so I'm just going to ask the cards. So, stay out of adjudication, so they'll likely drop the charges. Should actually get a card. Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's the Supernatural deck, which is the best deck for fights. Not going to lie. This is my best fighting deck. Oh, the tales we weave. So, if John stays out, if John stay of adjudication, so they'll drop the charges. I don't know. I do not know. Stay of adjudication, so they'll drop the charges. So I guess the question is, will they drop the charges? Because I do not know what stay of adjudication means. So, will they drop the charges? 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 Okay. The cards say no. Oh my golly. The cards say no, John. The cards say no. They will not drop the charges. It is the conflict card, number 5 of cups. And you are going to be looking at those dropped cups that are always on the other cards. You're going to be focusing on the negative for a bit, because that's all there is right now. You can't focus on those other cups, but right now you have a conflict of emotion about this whole thing, so yeah, they're not going to drop those charges. It's very unfortunate. So, sorry, John. It might be next year in July. It's a long story. It sounds like a very stressful story, John. Very stressful. Okay, let's see. Parla Slouch says, this is for insurance purposes. And John says, maybe I'll look it up and you can do that. And Parla Slouch says, learning what card decks are good for an answer. And John says, it's a long story. And John says, I'll Google it. And Parlaslouch says, state and county have to weigh stuff. Parlaslouch says, traffic lights. Were they witnesses / accidents? John says, wait. Parlaslouch says, alarm signal. Anyone got sent to the ER because of the accident? And John says, a stay of education is in Minnesota is a highly favorable plea agreement where the court holds off on entering a formal criminal conviction. Cool. And John says, my mom. John says, such a long story. Well, John, it sounds like a very long and stressful story that you don't sound eager to talk about. But you're kind of stuck in the vibration of where you are right now until everything gets solved. And John says, dropped is not the right word. And Parlaslouch says, evil eye, good luck. And John says, convicted. And John says, everything is complete. I am on probation. All right. Welcome to probation, I guess. Painful when the parent is in jail. And John says, it's such a cakewalk. And John says, I was, not him. And Parlaslouch says, Red Diamond, thanks for correcting that detail. And John says, I didn't get ball just released. Oh, you didn't get bail, just released. And Parlaslouch says they didn't have the correct or insufficient evidence. And John says, I'll knock this out and be done. Alright, well, it sounds like everything's coming together for you, John. And John says, yeah, they did. And Parlaslouch says, nesting dolls, keep a collection of what happened and put it in a folder. I think Parla Slouch is suggesting that you write down what happened from your side of the story and write it down for later records, because otherwise you're telling the whole story over and over again. And John says, because once I get that class done, I'll be okay. And John says, I can't do that, it's already done. Alright, it's already done, yay! And Pralasach says, Scuba Gear, be your own advocate. Yes. Be your own advocate. And John says, yeah, I understand that. And Debbie says, I claim that reading, I've grounded myself. Good girl, Debbie! Grounding yourself always feels very lovely. And then she says, DNA, emoji, and thank you hands. And Parla Slouch says, sledding, sensitivity, or diving lessons. I do not know the context of that, Parlis. And Parlis Loach says, happy sad masks doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter, John. Parlis. It matters. Context matters all the time. Let's see. Cat Marie says, does Dorsey love me? Does he love a third party? What can I expect to see from him? Okay. Wow. Cat Marie has questions. I think I've seen Cat Marie here before, but you haven't been here for a while, so if Cat Marie is new, welcome. If you haven't been here for a while, then just welcome back. Let's see which deck wants to answer Cat Marie. Okay, so number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supernatural deck. Okay, we had like 3 questions from Cat Marie, which is, does Dorsey love cats? And does he love a third party? What can cats expect to see from him? Okay, very good questions. Let's find out. Okay, so these are does okay, so this is a yes/no question. This is a yes/no question. And this is a detailed question. Okay, so does Dorsey love Cat? Does he have a third party? What can Cat expect to see from Dorsey? Okay, so we got a no for does Dorsey love Cat? So that's a no because it's upside down. Yes, no questions. Reverse is no, and right side up is yes. So, yeah. And this is yes, for he loves a third party. And the detailed question is the six of bones? Six of bones for what you can expect from him. So we're going to look into all the cards for more details. No, don't put them away yet. I still got cards out, silly. There we go. Alright, so first is does Dorsey love Cat, which is a no. And then Queen of Bones. No, he does not see you in a very polite light. He sees you in a very aggressive light. Very actiony, a woman that cannot be pinned down. Beautiful, but not one to be trifled with. And then let's see. TL third Dorsey. Yes, it is he. So he does love a third party. That's 4 bones. So bones in this deck are wands. And 4 has to do with stability. So stability of action is what this third party gives to him. So they are more stable in their actions, and they take aim before they fire. And then for what can you expect to see from Dorsey? You see, bones is wands, and then 6 is victory. So the victory of bones. You can see a very successful, action-oriented young man. He might look a little flimsy, but he is really good at what he does. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And it's very clear to say that these are all the suits of bones, the suits of wands, the suit of fire and magic and creation. So this is all action oriented. It's all going to happen, or it is happening very fast. So I hope that helps you out, Cat. And put these cards away, and then I'm going to get back to chat with my water because I need water. Need water for life. I'm out of my ASMR ice. Oh well. Anyway, I hope that helps you out, Cat. So, John, what question do you want to ask again? Please formulate the question you want to ask. How long will you stay on probation? I'm gonna ask this stuff. Alright, So I'm going to read Parlous first, and then I will get to your question. So Parlous says, threaded bobbin, threaded needle, and yarn ball. Parlous says, juggling. Black square, red square, red square equals that middle card will explain why. Ellipses, at least a platform. Ellipses was this over a collaborative project. And now we get back to John. Okay, so John, how long will John be on probation? And Kat says we are both Aries. That's funny because you're all fire. I'm an Aries too, so I totally get it. It's all action and fast work. Everything's on fire, go! Okay, so how long will John be on probation? This month. So no, it's this month. This month. So maybe the end of June. It's still close to July. So I don't know. Now you have a varied answer. Maybe this month you'll be done. How long you be on probation this month? Alright. Hope that helps out, John. Yellow, blue arrow. Learning which card system works best for ellipses. D6. John says, I just got on probation. Okay. Okay, John. I asked the cards. The cards gave you answers. I'm not going to argue with the cards. It's not what I do. So Parla says, it won't be long. Kat Marie says, does that mean he's involved with a third party? Let's ask. Let us ask for Kat Marie. Does that mean he's involved with a third party? Does that mean... Okay, so which deck would like to answer Kat Marie? The Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, Supernatural deck. Perfect. Okay, so does that mean that he's involved with a third party? Is Dorsey involved with a third party? Is Dorsey involved with a third party? It would be a shame, or maybe not a shame that he is, but we'll find out. Is Dorsey involved with a third party? That's a good shuffle. The answer is Queen of Bones. Yes, he is involved with a third party. And again, these Aries being on fire and these bones full of action. So, yes, he's involved with a third party. A very fiery woman. Full of action. Or maybe that's just the Aries part. But it's funny that this exact card comes up again. Love that. I love all the coincidences in these cards. I hope that helps you out, Kat. Boop. I'm gonna have a drink break and then I'll catch up on chats. Water is my favorite. Ooh, I've been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes already. Nice. Okay, let's see. Parla Slouch says, ellipses, that is a good question. And Kat Marie says, I understand Till having love for an ex, but we are still with each other every day, so that would be pretty wild. We are moving very fast, though. Parlasouch says, road barricade emoji. Is it an academic project? And Kat Marie says, ha, what if I'm the third party? Laugh my ass off. And Kat Marie says, I'm just kidding, haha. And Preston says, hello, Yellow Heart. Hello, Preston. And yes, Preston, you can ask question. You don't have to ask it every time you come. And Parlis says, parachute doesn't know sometimes what deck of cards intend without another deck of cards. I have decks of cards at the wazoo. Wazoo. And Parlasouch says, likes to field test decks. It's fun, yeah. Great. I'll play with the cat turret. And Preston says, is my Leo thinking about me? I'll use the cat turret. It's free. Cat is very theme appropriate for Leo, so we have it out. We're going to use it. Is Preston's Leo thinking about Preston? Is Preston's Leo thinking about Preston? Is Preston's Leo thinking about Preston? The answer is yes. And it is strength, which is a major arcana. So inner strength, with all the will that the Leo it has right now, all of their inner being, they are thinking about you, Preston. Absolutely. So I hope that helps you out, Preston. Absolutely think about Preston tonight. And kitty, cheetah, leopard? Is that a leopard emoji? What could strength card? Preston says thank you, and I say you're very welcome. And Pearlslush says, ellipses, how does strength get interpreted is a different beast? Can you expand on that question, Parlis? Parlis says Leos have different temperaments. Okay. And? Ellipses, what's hiding behind that mask? Are you asking... I'm gonna ask a deck. Number 2. 1, 2. Robin Wood Tarot. Hi, I'm just gonna ask, what is Parlisage trying to say? That's a good truffle. What is Parlisage trying to say? The 4 of Pentacles. You are trying to hold on to very substantial facts and resources. And Paula Slouch says, Lion must have walked into that one. That particular card. Yep, 4 of Pentacles. And 4 of Pentacles is stability of income, which is usually saving money and wealth and health and keeping it all in a safe confine. And I recommend that you don't be grumpy about it. Oh, and there's red flags in the background. And a castle for fortification. Alright. Interesting. And Parlasach says, must have walked into that one. That particular card is about substance. The character is about boundary setting. Boundary setting. That's an interesting interpretation, Parlis. Threaded bobbin, threaded needles, ball of yarn. I enjoyed that deck. And Preston says, I'm going to marry my Leo one day. It's a very good question. Let me find a deck to answer Preston. And Preston says I have to go. Okay, bye, Preston. Bye, Parlis. Number 2, Robin Wood. Robin Wood Terrace. Okay, will Preston marry their Leo one day? Oh, no. No, we can't do that. We cannot do that. No. I flipped the cards. Hold on. No, we cannot do this. You will not make me sort through cards. Ha! I saved them. I saved them. Everything is okay now. Okay, so is Preston going to marry their Leo one day? Will Preston marry their Leo one day? And the answer is no. I'm sorry, Preston. The card is the Knight of Swords. And this character is usually a very logical, aggressive character. So they think a lot with their brain and not much with their heart. So it's not really about marriage for them. It is about dominating the field. So I hope that helps you out, Preston. I'm sorry to deliver that. And Preston says thank you, and I say you're welcome. I'm sorry. I hope it works out. Okay. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Of water. Ah. Okay. And I have caught up on chats. And so I shall fill the void with a oracle deck. There we go. And this one has no information card, haha. Okay. I am life everlasting. I am internal being. Eternal being. You cannot die. You are everlasting life. In grace, you may choose to relax and allow your gentle transition back into your non-physical state of pure positive energy. Your natural state is foreverness. We are all working towards the same goal, joy. Whether it seems like it or not, you are all working towards the same ultimate goal of joy. You are just approaching things in a different way, and all of it is working. I chose my unique path to joy. No one can create in your experience, for no one can control where you direct your thoughts. On the path to your happiness, you will discover all you want to be, do, or have. All is well. Babies are beings from the non-physical, eternally coming forth for the creation of that which they decide. The babies are wanting so much for you to know that all is well. This is a glorious time for me to be on this earth. You are the extensions of source energy here in these magnificent physical bodies. The amazing diversity of your time-space reality proves the perfect balance from which to create and attract. There has never been a better time to be upon your planet. To feel better is the root of every desire. For us to feel better is the only reason any one of us wants anything. If you had only one goal, and that is to feel good, you would live successfully and happily, and in that way of fulfilling your life's purpose ever after. My purpose in life is joy. The basis of your life is freedom. The purpose of your life is joy. You are free to choose new avenues for joy, and in your joyous growth, you will add to the experience of all that is. Whatever I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I am creating. You were born with a magnificent emotional guidance system that lets you know in every moment exactly what your vibrational content is, which is being matched by the law of attraction. It is your desire to feel good and your practice to choose good feeling thoughts. Only good things will come to you. The law of attraction, the most powerful universal law, is my friend. You create with your every thought. By the universal law of attraction, that which is unto itself is drawn. You are attracting the essence of whatever you are giving your attention to, wanted or unwanted. I choose to be here in this glorious physical body. To be this me has been my choice. You chose the opportunity to experience this delicious contrast and to co-create with other joy-seeking beings, to fine-tune the process of deliberate thought. What, where, when, and with whom you create your choices to. I am a physical extension of creative, non-physical energy. You are so much more than the physical body you have come to know as you. You are source energy, and you are focused on the leading edge of thought. In this powerful now, you hold the key to allowing the source that is you to flow. The better you feel, the more you are allowing that connection. I see this day as a positive new beginning. It's never too late to have a new beginning. Today and tomorrow can be very different from yesterday if you can let yesterday go and focus on today. Today and tomorrow are about your now vibration, and you have complete control over that. Look for things to feel good about, and watch how everything in your life will unfold to reflect that good feeling vibration. John. Hello, John. What will the class be like? The conditionary thing. The conditionary thing. What will the class be like? Oh, let's find out. Let's ask the cards in the box you hold. Then we'll pick a deck for John. Picking a deck for John. Picking a deck for John. Picking a deck for John. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's the Prismavision deck. What will the class be like? What will the class be like? Come on out. Come on out. There we go. What will the class be like? 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 Let us find out. What will the class be like? 7 of Swords. So it's definitely going to be a class that's of the brain. And the 7 of Swords is one of reflection and inquiry. And the looking into the card details, it seems like this person is trapped by these swords or thoughts, which makes sense that it's a class and you don't really want to be there, but you are kind of trapped there. And you have these variety of thoughts, and you're kind of going to be trapped by these thoughts, and the words condition pop up. So the class is definitely going to be trying to condition your mind to whatever they want. And that is what the cards have to say. So it doesn't sound fun. It sounds very entrapping. I hope that helps you out, John. Will there be homework, tests, etc.? Let's find out. Still got the deck. Will there be tests? Will there be homework? Let's find out. Will there be tests? Will there be homework? Will there be tests? Will there be homework? That was a good try. Okay, will there be tests? Yes. Will there be homework? No. We're going to look into the cards for more details. Yes, there will be tests, and no, there will not be homework. So we got the Five of Swords for tests. You're going to be defeated by the tests, because that is what this card symbolizes. But out of this defeat of the tests, you will be gathering knowledge to take forth with you. And homework is the Three of Wands. And this is the card of working with others in collaboration. So this is an action card. But there will be no homework. You may have to do other activities. Okay, but the Five of Swords, yeah. They're not going to be fun tests. They might hurt your brain a bit. But good luck. Good luck, John. The answer for tests was yes. And John says, I'm going to drink some water. While John hums a pretty tune. And John says, stupid situation. And I can see that John is frustrated. And John says, I was in jail for 3 days. I can understand where you would be aggravated by that, John. You are super frustrated, and you probably feel it's very unfair. And John says, it's not unfair, I get it. So you are frustrated. You do the crime, you do the time. Yep. But look on the bright side, John. You are no longer in jail. You are here. It's a misdemeanor. Okay. But at least you're not in jail right now. I don't think they allow Wi-Fi in prisons. Do they? I've never been to prison, so I do not know. And John says, I was sitting in there staring at the wall. Did you start talking to the wall? And did the wall have something to say back? Did you count the bricks? Were there bricks? What colors were the bricks? Were there bricks? Usually there's bricks. What colors were the bricks? I wish I could have lucid dreamed or astral projected. I guess you did not. You were stuck there, mind and body. Could have passed the time. Well, it doesn't seem like it happened that way. But look on the bright side, you are currently out of jail. Being on probation is a step up, I would say. And John says, I live in the Twin Cities. How about you, if you care to disclose? In the Twin Cities. What part of Florida? I do not disclose too much about where I am because I do not want to put where I am. I do not want certain people to find me. And the longer they do not find me, the more at peace I am at. Let's just say I'm where the lizards are, and the crocodiles, and the dragonflies live. Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. You've lived in Minneapolis? John says probably wouldn't move anywhere else. Hey, if that's your call. Live where you're comfortable. Saint Paul? Saint Paul. I do not know this Saint Paul. Capital. Is it the capital of Minneapolis? Or is that Minnesota? I think you had mentioned Minnesota before. Yeah. Minnesota. Yep, that's the capital of Minnesota. Minnesota. St. Paul, capital by the Mississippi. Gosh. I used to show off by singing the Mississippi song when I was younger all the time. Mississippi, the capital of Minnesota. Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one. So, how does it feel to be out of jail, John? It feels better knowing I got a good deal. Good. Awesome. I bet you feel free. Might feel like you've gotten over a big hurdle. John says, yeah, I'm a free man. Just get this over with. Yeah. I bet it was a delay to your life that you did not enjoy. You're eager to get it over with. When did you start doing tarot? Oh, golly, like in college. So that was about 2006. That's why I have such a large collection. I've always been told my readings are pretty good. I got into it 6 years ago, almost. So 2020. I got 20 years on you. You're 28. Oh, you're 28. That's cute. It says, yeah, you're pretty accurate. I'm 28. Remember 28? How about magic? Oh, magic. Let me think. Well, magic wasn't my college years. It was after college. Yeah, probably just after college. So, 2008, 2008. Because I'm going to count candles and stuff. Because it's been more of a journey of a little magic here, a little magic there. Not really a big class or anything. Little spells here and there. Oh, I gotta get that book plant magic. If I'm trying to be low-key, that could be easier. Maybe. Gotta be low-key for your gods. Let's see. RYSTL says hi. Ristal at Ristal? I'm gonna call you Ristal. Hi, Ristal. Nice to meet you. Your username looks new. Welcome. If you have a question, go ahead and drop it in chat. Right, this deck would like a rest. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. A general? Alright, I guess you would like a general reading? I can do a card pull for you. So which deck would like to do a card pull for Ristal? Which deck would like to do a card pull for Ristal? Which deck would like to do a card pull Ristal? Number 2, Robin Wood. 1-2, Robin Wood Tarot. A general reading for Ristal. Alright, and Rissel, you are actually going to be my last reading for the night because we've hit the 2-hour mark. And that is when I start closing up the stream. This is general reading for Rissel. Okay, so that is the Four of Pentacles. So Rissel is in a state of wealth and resources stability. So you are in or want to be in a mode of saving your resources right now. So either saving on your wealth, gathering resources for your health or the earth, because you just want to keep those safe right now. All right, so hunker down in your castle and just keep them safe. All right, so Rissel, that is for you. I hope that helps you out. And you are very welcome. And again, I am at the 2-hour mark, which is my boundary time, because otherwise my mental health starts going down, and we don't like that. So thank you everyone for coming. And I will be back in 22 hours, which is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you all then. And John says, I've been doing this magic stuff since last September. Very dedicated. Very cool, John. If you come back in 22 hours, we can talk more about it. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Good night. Good night, everybody.